That's the #2 team in the country for a reason. Not only do they have great players, they have great coaching. The environment is incredible. It's a lot to handle, and it was a lot for us to handle. I thought in the second half we played with a little more composure and a little more fight. I think it was a little overwhelming for us in the first half. You try to warn these young people about what they're about to walk into, but there's nothing that duplicates Colonial Life Arena. There's nothing, nowhere in the country that duplicates that. So, I'm proud of my team for their fight in the second half, and I'm very impressed with Coach Staley's team. I think they're a national championship type team.
Fred, welcome back.
Thanks.
The transition that USC had, especially in the first half, I think it was 4 straight steals that became layups. You're probably expecting it, but just what was it that kind of threw you guys off right there? Yeah,
I think we just, the shots came off the rim rather quickly. They were quicker to the ball, and they got out in front of us. And, we got a freshman point guard that the recognition's a little bit slow. And then we got, 2 other guards that were playing their hearts out and were a little exhausted. And, we gave up a lot of transition points that way, but no excuses. I mean, they're a hard group to wrangle. I mean, once they get going downhill, I mean, I don't know many teams in the country that put up much fight with that.
Hey, Fred. How were you at this experience? I mean, were there a couple days where it was a little odd thinking, hey, I'm going to be back in this place where I enjoyed so much success and did so many great things?
It was different for me. Rolling into town and seeing some of the areas that I used to frequent and some of the routes I used to take to work and the office that I, spent so much time in. It's a little, out of body experience. I could say that, I guess. But I had great moments here. I had great times, and I still love all the people here. They're like my family. You truly spend more time with that staff than you do with your own family. So seeing them is great. We took it on the chin, but, I think it'll be a learning experience.
Hey, welcome back.
Thank you.
Just as we get to know this South Carolina team this season as well, between their 2 exhibitions and now their 2 regular season games, they scored over 90 points in all of those games. Just what do you see from what the Gamecocks are doing offensively that's allowing them to just pour on all these points?
Yeah, well, I think they're extremely long and athletic. They're quick off the floor. They're quick in transition. They got a great floor leader in Raven. Their guards fill those wings quickly. The post rim run fast. I mean, they're hard to contain. It's hard to contain. And then once they get that ball up on the glass, even when they're missing, they're monsters on the glass, and it's a hard box out. They just play above you. I do think that defensively, we weren't ready for that. We weren't ready for that length. We weren't ready. They did a lot of switching on us, and we planned on attacking. We planned on attacking their 5s and getting downhill, but there just wasn't enough room to get downhill. We did a little bit better job in the second half, but they're overwhelming. They're overwhelming.
Fred, I know you touched about how you wanted this to be kind of a learning experience in a way. Just what did you learn about your team from this, and what takeaways do you want them to take from this game?
Yeah, I just think you can't be afraid. Can't be afraid. They're a great team. They've got players that are McDonald's All-Americans. They got a Hall of Fame coach, but we still have to play the game. You still have to go out there and play possession for possession. So, it doesn't do you any good to be afraid of the other people on the other side of the ball. You got to fight and compete. You got to fight and compete. I thought we did that in the second half. I didn't think we did it rather well in the first half. But this is a group that's kind of learning themselves as well. We've got some young players, we've got some transfers, so we got a freshman point guard right now. So we're trying to figure it out too. Is that it? Thank you. Thanks for your support of women's basketball, guys. You guys are great.